Introducing your new Dell PC, powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Because it's built with all-day battery, plus powerful AI features that help you do it all with ease. From editing images, to drafting emails, to summarizing large documents, to multitasking. So you can organize your holiday shopping, and make custom holiday decor, and search for great holiday deals, and respond to holiday requests, and customer questions, and customers requesting custom things, and plan the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC that helps you do it all faster, so you can get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/holiday. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
Rinse takes your laundry and hand-delivers it to your door, expertly cleaned and folded. So you could take the time once spent folding and sorting and waiting to finally pursue a whole new version of you. Like Tea Time You. Or this Tea Time You. Or even this Tea Time You.
Said you hear about Dave?
Or even Tea Time You.
So update on Dave.
It's up to you. We'll take the laundry. Rinse. It's time to be great.
This is Optimal Finance Daily. A recipe for financial success is as easy as pumpkin pie by Kathleen Coxwell of newretirement.com. While it can be, financial success doesn't have to be the equivalent of a fancy French pastry. Millions in savings, lavish spending, complicated investment schemes, and expensive guidance. The key to financial peace of mind is really more akin to a simple and humble, but entirely satisfying recipe for pumpkin pie. You just need a few key ingredients treated with some degree of care. A recipe and tips for financial success. Know what you're trying to cook. Have you ever tried cooking a recipe that you've never tasted or even seen a photo of before? It's very hard. It's infinitely more difficult to create something when you don't really know what that something actually is. Financial planning is no different. You need to envision the future that you want to live. And your future doesn't need to look like anyone else's. In fact, you want to know a secret? My family doesn't actually love pumpkin pie, so I make lemon meringue. Your financial goals don't have to look like anyone else's. The important part is having a goal and a goal that makes you happy. Make sure you have all the ingredients and tools. Following a recipe is a lot easier when you know what ingredients and tools you need and you have all of those components on hand. The ingredients and tools needed for financial success involve income and spending less than you earn, your values, saving adequately, investing, protecting yourself from risk, and some know-how. Following any recipe requires a sequence of steps that may or may not make sense without understanding the end goal. And if you take a shortcut early on while baking, it may result in a disastrous dish. Don't chill the butter and you'll end up with a dense and greasy crust. The same is exactly true of your financial life. You want to make sure that you're able to amass all the required ingredients and understand how to mix them together in the right proportions, in the right order, and with the right techniques to achieve the financial success you desire. You need a financial plan for your entire life. Your budget, kind of like the pie crust or foundation of financial success. How much you earn, how much you spend, and how much you save is truly the foundation of financial success. It's the crust or foundation of your financial pie. You need to feel in control over your day-to-day and month-to-month finances, as well as being on track to meet your long-term financial goals. Maintaining today's budget and planning for future spending needs are critical to your financial success and are the keys to financial peace of mind. Invest. Bake your savings. So, if we continue with the analogy, investing is like baking your pie. Your pie will be inedible if you don't put it in the oven and wait for it to do its thing. Baking the pie is kind of like magic. You put an ooey gooey mess into a hot device and leave it alone while it transforms into a silky set custard with a flaky crust that, if you're a pie lover, is completely satisfying and delicious. And you don't want to be peeking into the oven all the time and making adjustments while your pie bakes. You should put it in and forget about it. You can employ the same strategy for your investments. Ideally, you stick your savings into reasonable investments and simply wait for the money to compound. With a long enough time horizon, you can ignore the market highs and lows and just let the markets do their thing, especially if you keep your investing strategy simple. Many experts recommend a portfolio of index funds that you buy and hold over the long haul. Note, a pumpkin pie is just one component of a Thanksgiving feast, and depending on your investment goals and financial needs, index funds may be just one asset type in your overall portfolio. Manage debt. For financial success, you'll want to make the right recipe substitutions. What's the analogy for debt in a pumpkin pie recipe? Debt might be the substitutions you have to make if you don't start with all the necessary ingredients when you begin the recipe. Sometimes recipe substitutions produce delightful results, Chinese 5-spice instead of cinnamon, and sometimes disaster, salt instead of sugar. The same is true with debt. Taking on debt that helps you get ahead in life, some college debt, a mortgage to buy a home, and some car loans can be instrumental to your financial success, particularly a mortgage, which can be more of an investment than a debt long term. However, other debt can sabotage your financial wellness and make it impossible to ever get financially ahead. Understand risk. A few years ago, a couple of days before Thanksgiving, our oven became erratic. It would start up, then randomly shut down. We called repair people. They were booked. We looked up what might be wrong and frantically ordered parts from Amazon. They didn't arrive in time. Ultimately, we fiddled with it and just barely managed to get a turkey and all of the sides actually cooked by turning the oven on and off every 10 minutes or so. But boy, did I wish that we had a double oven, a backup. For financial success, you'll want to have backup plans in place for the things that are likely to go wrong. Inflation, a long-term care need, stock market ups and downs. However, you won't be able to imagine and plan for everything that might happen. So here are a few additional tips. Be resilient and flexible. Have sufficient cash to cover the unexpected, and carry the right insurance. Don't forget the whipped cream. Prioritize what's important to you. Budgeting, investing, debt, risk can all be pretty stressful. However, money isn't only a burden. In fact, money can buy happiness, especially when you spend to accomplish what's important to you. You want to plan your finances to enable you to live according to your values and what makes you happy. After all, I don't know anyone who really loves pumpkin pie without whipped cream or even ice cream. Your financial life needs whipped cream too. Share with the people who are important to you. What is the real point of baking a pie and cooking a whole Thanksgiving feast? It's sharing it with the people that are important to you. There's one thing that some people regret on their deathbeds, and that's not spending enough time with the people they love. So whether it's sitting down together around the same table or a holiday phone call, prioritize the people who are important to you and how you're spending your time. The real trick of financial success is planning how to spend your time in addition to how to spend and allocate your money. You just listened to the post titled, "A Recipe for Financial Success. It's as Easy as Pumpkin Pie" by Kathleen Coxwell of newretirement.com.
Imagine you're a business owner who has to rely on a dozen different software programs to run your company. Each one is expensive, overly complicated, and worst of all, none of them are connected. Now imagine a platform that could tackle all of your business management needs in one place. That platform you're imagining? It's Odoo. Odoo has all the programs you'll ever need, and they're all connected on a single, simple, easy-to-use software, giving you peace of mind that your business is always being taken care of from every angle. Odoo assists in accounting, marketing, inventory, HR, CRM, manufacturing, and everything in between through its user-friendly interface and open source applications. Basically, if your business needs it, Odoo's got it. Odoo sounds pretty amazing, right? So stop wasting your time and money on those expensive, disconnected platforms and let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. It doesn't get much better than that. So what are you waiting for? Discover how Odoo can take your business to the next level by visiting odoo.com. That's ODOO.com. Odoo, modern management made simple.
When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, you know your choices matter. You're the expert because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.
I often hear how worried people are about losing money with investing. The financial services industry has done a great job of making investing look complex and fueling those fears. The thing that helps me navigate this is only investing money that I won't need for the next 10 years and expecting the market corrections that are inevitable. Remember this, when your portfolio is down, you don't actually lose money until you sell your investments and lock in those losses. The way I see it, the fact that I'm a long-term investor is intrinsically tied to my ability to handle those inevitable drops in my portfolio. I accept that investing in the stock market requires a tolerance for volatility, especially when you have a 100% stock portfolio like I do. I deal with the volatility in two key ways. Firstly, I just don't watch the roller coaster ride of the stock market very closely. If you choose an investment strategy that is more active, you certainly need to look at it more often. But history has shown that active investors don't have better outcomes than passive investors. So I personally don't see why I would bother with it. I look at the money I invest like a tax that I'm paying to my future self. I see that money as not really mine, meaning present day Diana has no claim to it. So whether my portfolio is up or down doesn't really have an effect on me right now, and I can happily ignore it. Secondly, I pair my investments with a really strong cash position. Most people think that I'm holding way too much cash because I have about a year of expenses just sitting there, earning no meaningful interest. But for me, holding this much cash provides extra assurance that whatever financial needs arise, it's unlikely I'll need to tap into my investments anytime soon, so I can truly leave them to grow over the long term. A passive investment style alongside some blissful ignorance and a long-term focus makes the natural and expected volatility of the stock market much more tolerable for me. And that'll do it for today in another installment of Optimal Finance Daily. Have a happy Thursday. Thank you for being here every day and listening. And I'll see you on the Friday show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.